So after the DNC's stunning loss to lifetime idiot Donald Trump, they held a staff meeting on Thursday, led by DNC chair, or interim chair, Donna Brazile. You may recognize Donna Brazile's name. She was in the news earlier from leaking debate and town hall questions to the Hillary Clinton campaign during her primary against Bernie Sanders, while Donna Brazile was working as a CNN contributor and DNC vice chair. So two neutral, supposedly neutral Democratic positions while working with the Hillary campaign against Bernie Sanders. So she was given a staff meeting, and it was, quote, this is a quote from the Huffington Post. Donna Brazile, the interim leader of the Democratic National Committee, was giving what one attendee described as a rip-roaring speech to about 150 employees about the need to have hope for wins going forward, when a staffer, identified only as Zach, stood up with a question. Now this is the best part. He, quote, said, "Why should we trust you as chair to lead us through this? You backed a flawed candidate, and your friend, former DNC chair Debbie Wasserman Schultz, plotted through this to support your own gain and yourself. We are all Zach." Now, it'd be nice to know who this guy actually is, because he's completely 100% right. And it's good to know that people within the Democratic Party also feel this way. Not just people who are, outsiders voting in elections, but people that actually work in the campaign or on the DNC feel the same way about Donna Brazile and Debbie Wasserman Schultz and this whole entire establishment leadership that led them to this point of failure. And it's, in some ways, they almost needed to feel this failure to realize what they did wrong. Because now you have coming out, I'll do a separate video on this, but Donna Brazile is not going to remain DNC chair. So there is a bid coming up to see who will replace her. And right now you have Keith Ellison, who's a strong progressive who supported Bernie Sanders in the primary. He threw his hat into the ring. And he's also getting support from Chuck Schumer. Chuck Schumer is generally a typical establishment Democrat, but even he's coming around. He's seeing the light and seeing that he cannot, or the Democratic Party cannot continue doing what they have been doing and still win elections. And then you have someone else throwing their hat into the ring, and that's Howard Dean. Howard Dean was DNC chair previously. Apparently he did an okay job with it, but since leaving the DNC, he's become a lobbyist for Big Pharma. And he's exactly the guy you don't want leading the Democratic Party. So Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, and even Chuck Schumer, these are people that are behind Keith Ellison. And I think going forward, it's going to become clear that Keith Ellison will be DNC chair. I don't see the Democratic Party going back and doing their old ways and putting someone else at the front, like another Donna Brazile, like another Debbie Wasserman Schultz. At this point, when you have such a stunning loss, like losing to Donald Trump, a complete joke of a candidate, and you realize that you had the best establishment candidate you could absolutely put up. Hillary Clinton is the definition of the establishment Democratic candidate, and she lost. So it's clear now you can't go that direction. You need a new direction, and it's good to have people like Zach in the Democratic Party who feel that way, and having people like Chuck Schumer, who is generally establishment, also recognizing this and seeing a new way forward for the Democratic Party.